Are Hindu temples still important in the time that we live in? Why not just stay home and pray? What is the purpose of driving and walking and going to a Hindu temple when you can have virtual worship in your home? Let's simplify that on Simply Explained. Namaskar. Hindu temples today have become a hub in the life of our community. People have made the Hindu temple a place where they do not even go to worship alone, but make it a place of home. It's home away from home. The question is asked that are Hindu temples still appropriate or relevant in the times that we live in? In order to answer that, we must look at what happens in a Hindu temple. There are deities, there are priests, there are rituals. There are kirtan, there is sankirtan, there is katha, there is arti, there is prasadam, and of course there is the social aspect of it. With all of this, we can actually do this in our home. This video recording, by the way, is happening in the period of COVID 2020. And it's a time when virtual satsang, like Shanti Satsang and other satsang, are being done in so many parts of the world. With this, we have made puja come into your home. We have made arti, satsang, dancing come into your home. Many families throughout the world have joined in pujas, experiencing some form of divinity in your home with your family. Something similar that you would experience in the Hindu temple. With virtual satsang going, well, of course, so viral, and bringing us some sort of comfort and closeness and connection with our divine. Why is it that we depend so much on a Hindu temple? In order to do so, we have to look at what goes on in a Hindu temple. Let us go back 3 decades ago. It used to be a time when we go once a week to a temple, at least in the West Indies, and we have satsang on a Sunday morning or a Thursday evening or a Friday evening, depending on where you're from. Back then, once a week prayers were good enough for people. We assembled, we have our satsang, we socialize a little bit, and then we'd go home. At least that's in the West Indies. In other parts of the world, like in India, temples are actually opened throughout the day with a small period of closure. And people drop by in various kinds of clothing throughout the day for their darshan. So temples served as a place of worship alone once or twice a week 30 years ago. People had that need to go out once or twice a week to a temple to do a bit of puja, to come back with some message, and that was okay then. But we have grown since then. The demand for a temple has expanded more. As a matter of fact, the purpose of a temple is much more than now a place of worship. So 30 years ago, when Hindu temples served only as a place of worship, they have changed drastically in a positive way to give more services and more activities to our people. You see, people, we are social creatures. Being in our home is great. Doing virtual satsang in our home is great. Praying through a computer is awesome. We can still have some experience. But that thirst in us to socialize will never be quenched by staying in our home alone. A Hindu temple is energized and charged in a particular way. There is pran pratishta done with the murtis, which means that there is life infused in those murtis, which means that when you go in there, there is a different experience altogether. The vibrations are heavy. The vibrations are created in a way to give you a blessed and a blissful experience. Then there is the activities. There is the parikrama, there is the archana, there is the katha. Something that is live really brings a lot more vibration and divine experience than a virtual one. Then most of all, A Hindu temple today is a place where we socialize. Yes, places of worship, it must include rituals and customs and tradition, but it has to be created in a way or designed in a way to accommodate our social needs. Afterwards, in a Hindu temple, a lot of time, actually equal time, is spent on socializing. There is eating together. Families sit together at a table and they eat. Then afterwards, they discuss, they talk about their families, they discuss activities, work, activities in the world, and then they go home. During the week as well, temples are now opened every day, most of them from 7 to 8 p.m. in the evening, 7 in the morning to 8 p.m. So this allows people to actually drop in anytime and to have a divine experience, something that they cannot have in their home. With all these components put together, the energy aspect, the devotional aspect, and the social aspect, we can conclude that the relevance of Hindu temples, yes, it is still relevant in the times that we live in. A Hindu temple is not only now a place of worship, friends. It is a place that drives the energy of a community. There are so many seniors, so many children who look forward to leave their home, to come and to breathe a breath of fresh air and to experience something else in a Hindu temple. Most Hindu temples have now become recreation and community centers where there are recreational activities. At Bhavani Shankar Mandir, we've always encouraged the children to come out, the youths to leave their homes and come out. It is best for them to be in a temple or in a prayerful environment than to be on the streets. It is best for them to be in satsang, in the company of the good, rather than be in the company of the evil. For these and much more reasons, Hindu temples are no longer only a place of worship. They are much more than that. They provide worship, of course, activities, but they also give the social support to our community. Hindu temples have also provided support to our community in many ways. When a person dies today, when a person is sick, when a person is suffering, they go through any form of support. Hindu temple is a hub that comes together as a community and support families like that. There are many families who have left the West Indies and have come to North America, but they have left their families and friends there as well. Even when living here, they are very disconnected from their families. And sometimes, actually, most of the times, their closest connection is to their Hindu temple. We at Bhavani Shankar Mandir have that experience, where we do not only care for those who actually physically come to the temple, but we care about their needs outside of the temple as well. Bhavani Shankar Mandir and many other temples have been extremely supportive to such families to ensure that although their families are away, they should not be in short of the experience of love. Hindu temples have also ascended to that level to provide support for families in challenging times and also in happy times. It is extremely important to be a member of a temple. When I say a member, I don't mean paying a membership to belong or to identify yourself as a member of a temple. At our temple, we don't have per se a membership where you have to make a donation and then you become a member. As long as you have identified us as a place of worship and you be there virtually or not, you are automatically a member of a temple. You see what that does, my friends? It makes our family big, it makes our family strong, and it makes our families connected in a way that whenever there is need for us to fill a gap in your life, in any way, to celebrate your success or to release the burden of sorrows from you, our temples will always be there. I think you all can agree with me that Hindu temples are extremely relevant in the times that we live in. They are still relevant, they always will be relevant because of the purpose. Prayers can occur anywhere. Prayers can occur in your home, on the road, in your backyard. Prayers can be done anywhere. Whether you experience the divine energies of Bhagwan at the places you do puja is a whole different thing. I ask all of you, young ones, seniors, and whoever you are, wherever you live, try to find a temple. Try to find a temple and attend. Now, there are many discussions on what goes on in a temple. And the feedback we always get is that, Panditji, sometimes the politics in a temple drives me away. Or sometimes the people in a temple drives me away. I'd like to tell you a story. Once there was one guy who complained to the priest that, there are so many challenges in the temple, and for that reason, he's not going to come back. There's politics, there are people talking, and there are so many disturbances. And his temple is in his home. So the priest gave him a challenge. The priest says, I'm going to give you a glass of water filled to the top. I want you to walk around this temple, and you have to ensure that while you're walking around this temple, not a drop of that water falls off. If a drop of the water falls off, it means, you have lost. So he held a glass of water. And he started to walk around the temple. And as he was walking around the temple, he was so focused on that glass of water that not even a single drop fell off. So he walked slowly and slowly and slowly, and he went. And after he did that, he came back to the priest and says, hey, I won. Not a drop of water actually fell off, the glass. The priest asked him, he says, how did that happen? It was filled to the top. He says, well, I was so focused on it that, I couldn't allow a drop of water to fall off. The priest said, while you were walking around there was many people shouting on you and telling you things and telling you can't do it and telling you you're a coward and all this kind of thing. He says, no. The priest says, yes, there were so many people telling you all these words, but you didn't hear them. Why? Well, you know why? Because he was just focused on what he was there to do. He was just focused on carrying that glass of water around the temple without a drop falling. Can we do that? Whether you go to your work or your temple or wherever we dwell and socialize, if we can just focus on why we are there rather than focus on why others are there, that will significantly help in the process. And so when we go to a temple, when we go to our mandir to pray, or to socialize or to relieve ourselves from our burdens of life, if we can just focus on the cause that we're there, focus on the divine, focus on yourself, and do not listen to the noises. Friends, politics is everywhere, chatters are everywhere, rumors are everywhere. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be present in those environments. We are strong, very determined people. And if we say we are children of God, it means we are children of something very powerful or someone very powerful. Go to a temple. They are very relevant in the times that we live in. Be part of your congregation, be part of your satsang, be involved in the process. Have friends who actually go to a temple, be in satsang and be in prayers. See how big of a difference it will make in your life. Stay prayerful, stay connected. And if you feel that you have enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button and we will send you more beautiful videos when they come alive. God bless you all. Namaste.